First off, I just want to say rest in peace to Renee Good. She was a 37-year-old mother, a poet, and a big part of the Minneapolis community. And she should be at home right now, but instead, her wife, Becca, and her children are left to navigate a world that feels like a war zone. So my deepest condolences goes out to them as well. And Renee didn't die because of a random accident. She died because of a systemic failure with ICE, a failure that comes from the very top leaders. And we got to talk about the political reality here. And that reality is that if Trump and Vance didn't have so much disdain for minorities, then Renee would still be alive. Because when the government creates a weapon to hurt one group of people, it ends up hurting everyone else in its path. White folks in this country are realizing that they're caught in a crossfire, and the aim is at minorities, but the bullets don't have names on them. And this is the same pattern we saw in November, because when the administration sent National Guard soldiers into Washington, D.C. just to show strength, as they say, two of those soldiers died. And why? Because this leadership is so obsessed with dominating black and brown spaces that they're willing to use their own favorite people as props. And to them, the lives of soldiers and citizens alike are just collateral damage for a photo op. And while people in Minneapolis are grieving, the leaders who ordered these raids were focused on Venezuela. They wanted the prestige of capturing a foreign leader just to one up the Obama administration. And the hypocrisy is clear. The Trump administration tried to capture the Venezuelan president and his wife, resulting in her being seriously injured, to prosecute them for drugs. Yet, at the same time, they pardoned Juan Orlando Hernandez, who turned Honduras into a narco state. And like I said, this ain't about justice. It's all about oil and ego. They were so focused on looking tough that they let their agents act without restraint in Minneapolis. They were hunting for a criminal kingpin, but instead they killed a poet. And for years, the narrative was that ICE was the shield for people who look like Renee. But Renee's death proved that the shield has been forged into a sword. Because if a white citizen could be executed in broad daylight and then assaulted with a slur as she takes her last breath, and Trump on True Social telling lies about her, saying that she was an agitator, and Kristen Noem calling her a domestic terrorist, then the protection you think you have is an illusion. I mean, the attack is aimed at Somali people, but it's really an attack on the rights of every American. So rest in peace to Renee Good. You were trying to be a neighbor, and they treated you like an enemy. And the world is getting smaller, but Big Brother's perspective is getting clearer. But this is Big Brother's perspective signing out. I'm out. Peace.